Hello. It is still the what is it, July 22nd, 2026, about 9 o'clock, 2100 hours. I actually had another thought I was wanting to share about well, the whole fuckery that we call this world. This world is under a major source of fuckery right now, and I would just like to point out that the fact that the traitor in chief and the cocksuckers. I mean, the fact that the military has done nothing but support the fucking cocksuckers should give you an indication, like, who they're backing. And, like, there is a big history of, like, the Michael Aquino and the Luciferian agenda within the ranks. So, you know, it's not like we don't have... Just the fact that they support fucking cocksucker alone should be enough. Like, that should be enough to say, look at the fucking treasonous fucking cocksuckers. You think by now they would have grabbed his ass, arrested that cocksucker, and dropped his ass off in Iran? Honestly. Delivered him and said, take him. We don't fucking want him no more. Where's that military? I'll be back. I gotta grab me a fucking pack of cigarettes. I'm gonna try to fucking eat here in a minute. You behave. Don't you fucking... Please, don't fucking stab me in the fucking back. That feels so goddamn good. Oh. Yeah. But, yeah. Hey, come here. I know that feeling of being stabbed in the back with somebody you fucking trust. Very much so. Fucking Kevin over there. Boy, with that shit they pulled, that hurt. That was very fucking painful. Like, especially like when I woke up, I went to bed and I woke up the next morning and I realized, like, I was like, fuck, I had just about lost it. I broke down and I was like, fuck no. So turn that shit back to sender of fucking... I don't know, it was like an instant. All that fucking pain that was about to just crash down and fucking crush me was gone. And I went about Monday trying to collect all the evidence of all the fucking conversations, because I didn't even fucking, had I known it was going to go down that way, I would have fucking recorded everything. I fucking would have recorded every fucking conversation, email, and everything as it fucking happened. Look, labeled it, fucking stuck it in a fucking file, it fucking zipped me back up. It would have buried that motherfucker somewhere, or at least that backup buried. And I don't know, Whether anybody trust that would put that sumbitch out or not. Yeah, might be a couple of people, but still, even if he got it out, they put it out, it wouldn't be no guarantee anybody ain't no fucking guarantees in nothing in life. Other than one thing I'm fucking, yes, you can guarantee is we'll wake up and tomorrow will be the same fucking shitty day as today was. Like, could we please just wake up from this nightmare already? I'm gonna quit yapping.
Or whatever crisis kicks off. I will be having Mikkel Thorup of Expat Money on the podcast this week to talk Latin America. I was also invited to be a speaker at his upcoming Expat Money Online Summit, as well as participate in one of the VIP panels like I did last year, where I predicted before it happened the U.S. would hit Venezuela, then come for Cuba, and now Mexico, which is all transpiring. And speaking of North America, that's what the topic we're going to be touching on today. Joining us for the first time is Jeff Evely, retired Canadian veteran and all-around troublemaker in Nova Scotia. Welcome, Jeff.
That's still live.
Thanks for having me. It's really great to be here.
I've been enjoying some of the work, I don't know what we can call it, activism, dissidence I've been seeing from you. And by the way, I see Andrija Klarić of Slobodni Podcast beat me to it. He interviewed you. Am I now the second Croatian to interview you?
I would say only the second, yeah. That was definitely the first time I was interviewed by a program in Croatia.
Andrija and I share some of the same acquaintances and friends. I've actually been meaning to get him on. I've got his number, so I'll have to get him on soon. But before getting your thoughts on what's happening, anything you want to tell us about your background?
Always threat somewhere in it.
Sure. I mean, I grew up in Nova Scotia here, and I joined the military in 2022 after I did an electronics diploma at community college, and that's what I did in the military. And I was an electronics specialist for 20 years, 2001 to 2021. Did a tour in Afghanistan in 2009. I spent 4 years down in the States working with NORAD from 2010 to 2014. I did another tour in Iraq in 2019, and then I was medically released in 2021, just in time to be barred from polite society with vaccine passports coming into effect the day I took possession of my retirement home. I guess I basically did a combat roll out of the military and into the freedom movement, or whatever we're calling it now, here in Canada. Since then, I mean, I got arrested a couple of times for not wearing my mask. Tried to get them into court over that, but made the mistake of submitting charter defenses ahead of time, which I don't really have to do, but I guess I was just in the habit of doing that from the military grievance system. And
you should have
they didn't even show up in court to let me have my day when it came down to my mask violations. But I also did the convoy, Rolling Thunder, James Top, 1 Million March for Children, the 2025 election, and the 2025 Nova Scotia Woods Band now. And just this May, I organized an event in Ottawa called Mayday Kids in Crisis. Consisted of a parliamentary press briefing in the morning, a rally in the afternoon, and a town hall in the evening, comprised of experts and those who lived experience of the harms of gender ideology. And that was what it was all about, was bringing an end to the egregious crime of childhood medical transition. Been probably busier since my retirement than I was in my career, with all of these tyrannical measures coming into place here in Canada. But I think things are starting to turn a little bit. I think we're starting to see things turn back in the other direction. So it's not all for naught. Yeah,
and we can get into that. And I think you're rare in the sense is you're rather a veteran dissident. I've had a few such guests over the years, and you've been harmed by the globalist trifecta, as I'll call it, COVID-19 before, right? First, and then becoming a sort of a climate prisoner suffering from the climate lockdowns, a
Put
walk
too
in the
much
woods, which we
information
can
in there.
get into. And then
Just
as I was
delete the
listening on your
goddamn thing.
appearance at
Too many
on
quotes.
the Eclecticus
If
podcast
I
here,
point
one of your
out
children
what's
now
really fucking
is
going on.
has gone trans and succumbed to
And my
that
goldfish
globalist indoctrination. But maybe to start with chronologically, I suppose, with COVID 1984, right? And I don't deal with it as much as I used to. It's been almost half a decade, right? But I still feel like it was one of the biggest events we've all gone through. And we still have some PTSD, if I may. I still know people from extended family who are getting heart attacks and dying, and who are younger than me, which is crazy. So the war is still ongoing, and I also believe that it was the pretext for the digitalization that we're all witnessing. Maybe just to start with COVID 1984 from the Canada perspective, I think it was. I just learned, a lot of people know about Event 201, right, where they war games
Event 201
in October of 2019. Fewer people know that the Chinese in September of 2019 also had a Wuhan coronavirus simulation. And I just learned of something that's informally dubbed Event 101. In 2018, they ran a pandemic simulation, and I think it was all about trying to take a hatchet at our civil liberties and for the digitalization agenda. Just your sort of thoughts on COVID 1984 or COVID 9/11.
I never attribute malice where ineptitude will suffice as an explanation. I see a lot of these signs, the ones like you're talking about with Event 21 leading up to the release of COVID-19. I guess the one thing I always struggle with when it comes to the hypothesis that it was a deliberate release was, why would they release it right outside of the level 4 Wuhan lab if it was deliberate?
It wasn't a release
it seems to me, at least, that they would want the outbreak to occur somewhere other than ground zero of its development. So it seems more likely than not, in light of that it was an accidental release. But I think that they absolutely capitalized, on the fallout.
Did you get your
the Chinese? There were all these videos coming out somehow getting through the Great Firewall of China, with all these people dropping dead in the streets. We definitely didn't see that happening here in North America. So there was a lot of fear mongering happening there. They knew that COVID, there was a strange respiratory illness in November of 2019 during the International Military Games held in Wuhan, China, and we had the Canadian team arrive back in Ottawa, quarantined half the plane. They kept the sick people at the back of the plane with what they call a harsh respiratory virus. I got a harsh respiratory virus because I was posted to Ottawa in that time, in January of 2020. So I'm pretty sure that was my COVID hit before we ever declared a pandemic here in Canada. I was down and out for about 3 or 4 days. It didn't really occur to me to go to the hospital. And until like 2 days ago, I hadn't been sick since. I just got cold for the first time in 6.5 years, just the other day. And I've been naturally immune, just kind of watching everybody freak out about this thing the entire time. And the other thing, I think, the way that they capitalized on what was, I think, probably more likely than not an accident to begin with, was they kept all the flights going. The Chinese, they kept sending people. They knew they had sick people in Wuhan, and they just kept them going internationally, all over the place.
Yeah, the world locking down.
Even when we knew that there was an outbreak in China, here in Canada, it was still racist. Borders were still racist. Stopping international flights wasn't even on the table during the initial wave of the pandemic. That didn't come until later. So it seems like they did everything they could to make sure that the virus would wreak as much havoc as it possibly could.
Intentional.
I think we probably, there could be still a few more puzzle pieces yet to really come into the public consciousness that might lead us to believe that this was all part of a plan. But it does look like, if it was part of a plan, that at least part of it was fumbled. So it's just a little bit a couple more steps I think that I would have to take, like a logical leap I would have to make to come to the conclusion that it was necessarily orchestrated in that way. But we definitely saw things like, institutional capture during that time. We had that Canadian scientist with the WHO who wouldn't even say the word Taiwan, wouldn't say, whether he would allow Taiwan into the WHO, and dropped off the Zoom call with that Taiwanese reporter. So it seems like, all of the institutional capture was in place. Everybody lined up around the narrative that this was a deadly, deadly pandemic, and that we all needed to be very afraid and lock ourselves in our homes, even though nobody had ever done that before. We followed, the prescriptions of the CCP. So if nothing else, it absolutely served to reveal just how captured we really are by the CCP. But again, I generally sort of apply the lens that human beings are just insufficiently competent to pull off conspiracies. Even though there was definitely some corruption, especially with Fauci through EcoHealth Alliance and Peter Daszak setting up all the research in the Wuhan lab. Like there was all kinds of stuff like that going on. But I just can't get to the place where I say that these people are actually sufficiently competent to orchestrate something on a global scale like that. So,
it's the only thing they're good at.
Yeah, I'll just add, you brought back a memory. I was living from 2017 to 2020. I was living in Kazakhstan, just to hop on a skip away
all this is incompetence?
China, and our kid, who was very young at the time, December of 2019, right before all of this popped off. And I'm just saying this because I know there are listeners with different views.
They have laughed.
And I always like to
all the way
emphasize
to the bank.
Nuance,
They
right? When it
know
comes
they
to
want.
myself, the guests,
And
if there are views that you
shit
disagree
down
with, just
while we
okay,
have
set
fucking
those
fuel
aside.
to
But
it.
there's always
We need
things
to
we
be
can learn
fucking steam
from
engines and
people.
fucking
But
anything we
because
can
there's a
do
lot of people
to
the
get the
no
fuck off
viruses
oil.
or a hardcore illness doesn't exist and things like that. But I do recall in
Once they
December of
fucking start the
2019,
energy lockdown,
we thought our kid was going to die. She was hit with a hardcore respiratory thing. We didn't like pneumonia, bronchitis, and I think it was the timing is just interesting. We went to 2 doctors in Kazakhstan. They were horrible. They gave us all sorts of pills. We even bought like the nebulizer. She couldn't breathe. And it's like, I feel like
they're trying to do energy lockdowns, the mass deportation, and it's all against the immigrants or Antifa and the left. It's going to be against political fucking opponents. What do they call it? Political warfare by deception. But yeah, continue, I guess.
Well, seems like there's a connection between what happened and what was transpiring with our own personal experience, but that doesn't mean that there was a pandemic, right? That something was happening.
Well,
I don't think it hit pandemic levels and warrants and everything
from
that they did afterwards. I just want to on that ask your thought on that institutional capture that happened. The banking in Canada, the locking down, the restriction on travel between provinces. We saw that attempts to do that. As you mentioned, they weren't entirely competent. Attempts to do that in the U.S. I'm here in Mexico. They merely floated those ideas here in Mexico, where if you left one Mexican state to enter another, you would need an internal Soviet-style passport. Those were just discussed by governors, but they couldn't implement it. But do you have any just thought on that? Like, are some of the things that they tried, are they now part of the political arsenal where they can wield it again?
I think we had a lot of bad precedent set in Canada in the courtroom when it came to those interprovincial barriers, the Papers, Please Society that they imposed, because they did face legal challenges on that. And what the courts in Canada had a really nasty habit of doing was taking judicial notice. So judicial notice was basically like, we don't have to litigate this because there's this scientific consensus around it. And what that amounted to was putting like public health officers on the stand And when we have civil liberties organizations taking them into court,
Oh,
saying
yeah,
that the government is overreaching,
you
essentially
do
the
that
judge would
standing
turn
up,
to
get away
the
with
public
it,
health
say
officer and say, "Are you overreaching, government?" And they'd be like, "No, judge." And the judge would be like, "Bang, there we go. That's science."
Standing up over there?
So
Yeah,
that
you
was
are standing up,
the issue
bitch.
that we had, was a lot of bad precedent being set, where there just was no way for us to challenge, these measures, basically because of the novelty of the event. Even a couple of years later, like, they were still ruling on things like these restrictions on interprovincial movements, saying that, in a situation where so little is known, it is perfectly reasonable to go a little harder.
No, that's called presumption. I'm sorry, about fucking had a hiccup there. If little is known, it may as well not exist. So, take your presumption. If you can't prove that it's a fucking fact, then why the fuck are you making policies about it, you fucking dumbass? Or much less, let them make the policies, but why the fuck are you enforcing? Why the fuck do you think I'm going to follow them?
And we have to, just in case.
Where in the fuck does your authority come from? Please, are you claiming to act in honor? Are you claiming to act in fucking honor? Is this honorable? Is this very honorable? Is this honorable to fucking state that we don't have the fucking right to fucking travel? Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck died and made you fucking God? And if you cannot be fucking honorable, how in the fuck do you think you have any trust? Can I trust you? You bear no honor. How in the fuck can I trust you? No, you cannot be fucking trusted if you have no honor. And if you bear no honor and you bear no fucking trust, then where in the fuck do you think you get your authority? Is it from consent? Is it the fucking social compact? Well, show me my fucking signature where I agree to any of this shit. Show me my signature where I agree that I'm fucking damn well okay with them printing fucking fiat and fucking, what, my ass is on the line for the debt? No, I am not. All this shit you approve, I am not, no, I don't agree with it. I am not fucking paying for this fucking disaster. No fucking thank you. No. And while you all sit there and rape children and fucking live in your fucking mansions. No. Because I guarantee you, he's not hiding the goddamn files because he's fucking innocent. I promise you that much. Yeah, that would be a motive, wouldn't it? Well, my name's in them file and I fucking know it's in there 38,000 fucking times. Well, these people are gonna fucking burn me at the stake. If that's on the line, no wonder we're in fucking war with everything. We drain the fucking oil, starve the motherfuckers. We gotta get rid of them. He said, fuck it, I'm on my deathbed. I'm gonna take them all with me. Is that the mind of the fucking, the CEO, the president of the fucking corporation right now? Is he so fucking, is this his keeping him up at night? Is this the thought process going through his fucking head? And if you discount it and it's fucking true, then who gives a fuck if you deny it? If it's goddamn truth, your denial will not change that fact. You can ask and beg and plead and scream like, well, we need evidence. Well, they're actively destroying it, so don't fucking expect it. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Sometimes you just gotta make a few fucking connections. I understand we've been poisoned fucking here to fucking Sunday with fucking fluoride in the water and fucking God knows what. It's fucking, it ain't even, it's chemical, it's food. It's just your fucking Rockefeller, Carnegie, Rothschild, fucking Maxwell fucking education. And we'll throw the Epsteins in there too, because that's people don't know. People don't know that Epstein, the family name is got a little history to it. A little history. Going back a little further than Epstein. Then no, none of that. So, one of them family crest is Zorro Ranch. One of those had a connection with Epstein. What if he shared the bloodlines of those family crests hanging in the archway? Those wooden engravings in the archway in the Zorro Ranch. I wonder. Sure would be nice if we could get an independent blood test. But they cremate the body is what they said. So either the evidence destroyed or he got with wish I remember his name, old fuckface over there with the old American banknote company, and had some new documents drawn up, or maybe even swapped his out with somebody else. Let's pretend like he wasn't connected with Intel. Let's pretend he didn't have other fucking passports with other fucking identities on them. Let's pretend none of that happened. Go back to fucking sleep.
By that time, like, we knew enough. I mean, before they ever imposed lockdowns, I knew enough to know that
you just lie right there, because you don't know shit if you don't know this was fucking organized.
For a violation of our civil liberties, but trying to convince judges of that this just was not as urgent as they made it out to be, as severe as they made it out to be. Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, all the judges are baby boomers, so if it's on the TV, then it's gospel.
That's the thing, though. You don't understand how to argue what a fucking right is. A man cannot fucking determine what your rights are unless that man is your master. So if you accept them masters, well, that's on you. And so that's what I saw happening with that. The other thing that I saw was they passed a lot of horrible legislation in all kinds of different provinces around the trucker convoy. They've basically erected a legal fortress to make sure that nothing like that can ever happen again. Even in my home province here of Nova Scotia, when the truckers were on their way to Ottawa and Canadians were lining the overpasses of the Highway of Heroes, waving their flags and showing their signs, and it was this great coming together and an outpouring of true love and patriotism. Our government here in Nova Scotia passed a law banning people from organizing demonstrations on overpasses. So while all the rest of Canada was out there, in that historic moment, we were banned from participating here in Nova Scotia. And also in Ontario, like Slug Ford, he's the premier there, they passed a bunch of new legislation in Ontario as well to make sure that something like the trucker convoy can never happen again. So we've had to adapt our tactics. In terms of whether or not any of these measures were ever legal, you're never going to be able to convince me that they were legal. Just giving the fatality rates around the virus, I don't think that it was ever justified, or that lockdowns work, or that masks work for any virus. So all unreasonable, all unconstitutional. But now we have this challenge where all of this precedent has been set and these bad laws have been passed that make it a lot more difficult for us to ever mount any kind of a counteroffensive like the trucker convoy ever again.
So from COVID lockdown then to climate lockdown, and you can let us know, and I'll include the link to the clip in the description, but was it last year? So we had the COVID incident, and then we slowly moved to the green agenda. They call it net zero. I call it debt zero. There's a UK policy paper called Absolute Zero, where they give us a timeline where they plan to eliminate air travel, airports, and things like that, based like literally a dystopian film or novel. And I guess, I don't know if you were technically the first in the planet to suffer the climate lockdown, for you getting fined for walking in the woods, one of the first victims of this totalitarian globalism. And when I saw your video, I was just bewildered, aghast. I could not believe it. I went around here with friends in Mexico showing and telling them, like, Mexicans are like, what? So could you just sort of tell us what happened there?
Sure. I might as well tell the full story. So I'll back it up to 2023 because that was our worst wildfire season on record here in Nova Scotia. And they brought in the same policy. They brought in these policies banning us from even so much as walking in the woods. Now, mind you, I live on Cape Breton Island, so there is a body of water called the Strait of Canso. It's a piece of ocean that separates where I live from mainland Nova Scotia by about 2 kilometers. No wildfire in history has ever jumped it. So I was sitting here like, there's no wildfires on my island, so why do I have to stay out of these woods that are not on fire? So I thought it was unreasonable at that time, and I tried to take them to court myself. I tried arguing private standing. You have to have standing in order for the court to hear your case. So I tried arguing private standing and that my rights were violated, but the judge said your rights weren't violated any more than anybody else's, so you don't have private standing. And he said that I would have to be a civil liberties organization to have public standing. I'm not even a lawyer. And the other thing that I thought was so interesting was he said that I had no financial interest at stake because I didn't own a business in the woods and I did not get fined. So had I gotten fined, then I would have had private interest standing because I would have been disproportionately impacted than the rest of the population. So when they brought in the same measures again for the 2025 wildfire season, I knew what I had to do. I had to go out and I had to get fined. So I called the Department of National Resources and made an appointment to go in and get my fine. The supervisor told me that, you know, if I came in at shift change when everybody was there, that would be better for them. So I said, okay, that's good. And I went in and I talked to the guys and just let them know what I was doing and why I was doing it. And I was abundantly, gentle and said that, I don't have a bone to pick with you guys. I just want a piece of Tim Houston, and unfortunately I have to go through you, and I just need a little bit of paperwork. I'm not trying to make trouble for you guys or anything, but the judge told me in 2023 that I have to get the fine in order to challenge these measures in court. So we all took a walk out behind the Department of National Resources, and they watched me do about a 90-second trounce through a dense patch of bush right behind the building. And then when I came out the other side, they issued me a $28,872.50 fine. And I can remember saying, I thought it was $25,000. Like, why is it over $28,000? And they were like, oh, taxes, court fees, and victim surcharge. And it's like, oh, the victim surcharge. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I'm the victim here, by the way. Like, I just went through for a short walk through some brush. And they fined me almost $30,000 for it. So I found that to be, rather emblematic in, the ironies of tyranny, I guess, that we're all living through. But in the end, this time around, I had the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms in my corner. Definitely got private interest standing because I had that fine hanging over my head, and they couldn't argue mootness like they had tried to do previously, even though the measures had been lifted by the time it got to court. Because I still had that fine hanging over my head, they could not argue mootness. So the Canadian Constitution Foundation was another civil liberties organization that submitted judicial review in the public interest. They also got standing in the public interest, and the fine itself actually served both parties very well in terms of rendering the mootness argument rather moot. So we did a 4-day trial in March earlier this year, and I thought it was a bloodbath, honestly, start to finish. I thought the case was open and shut on the first morning during the open arguments, and then on the last day when the government presented their case, it was just pathetic. It was actually, I felt bad for the lawyer. Did not seem to understand or appreciate our charter rights whatsoever, and the government actually argued in writing in their written submissions that our freedom of movement does not mean that we have the right to move freely in a free society. They actually argued that in writing, when in fact we absolutely do, and we've had that right since the Magna Carta. So it was pretty entertaining for me to kind of hear the judge quip about
Magna Carta was signed under duress, which essentially, I mean, not the shit on the Magna Carta, but let's just state the fucking facts for what it is. Signed under threat, duress. Therefore invalid. What you do have is rights that are bestowed by the Creator, not granted by anyone. You don't have to write it down. It's unspoken. It should be fucking understood, and it was considered to be understood when they wrote the fucking Constitution. They claimed it anyways, but it's fucking hell. We've seen they didn't honor their contracts either. Because what did we have after the Revolution? Well, we almost had a second one called the Whiskey Rebellion. Imagine that. Fucking cocksuckers wanted to tax. And the thing was, motherfucker, the Secretary of the Treasury, we'd had our central bank then, even though it was unchartered, but that's how they were paying the salaries in the government, was through the central banks and bills of exchange and IOUs and promissory notes. Because that Secretary of Treasury he had a stock in the Bank of New York. So,
how he doesn't want to have to.
You gotta pick up your game, otherwise you get no. And I hand these out all the time because I don't like disinformation and nobody knows the truth. So rarely anyone gets it. Not when it comes to speaking on the truth. Now I see a lot of cool shit all the time, but continue.
Start dusting off,
I'm about to throw
King Edward's ruling of 1205 or something like that. So there was even a little bit of levity around that subject. The judge ended up taking about 6 or 8 weeks to render his decision, which was quicker than I thought it would be, and it was only 17 pages long. By comparison, the other big charter win that we got was the Mosley decision, declaring the decision to invoke the Emergency Measures Act of the Trucker Convoy Ultra Vires, and that charter decision was 120 pages long. Mine was only 17. So it was pretty succinct, pretty open and shut. I think pretty airtight, and I have heard no rumblings whatsoever of an appeal on the horizon, so I think that's about as solid of a win as we've had in quite a while.
Could I just ask you to clarify? I didn't fully understand the law. So what is the rule or law? And so it seems it's been around before 2025 that you're not allowed to go to a certain part of nature or the woods?
They banned us from all of the woods in Nova Scotia. And I actually did a kind of a funny video when they first did it, and then a few days later I went in and got the fine. And that's what I was doing in this video, is I was going around with my camera and just saying, like, this is the woods, and then I would turn in another direction and be like, this is not the woods. And, you know, an 8-year-old would look at it and say, it's all woods. What are you talking about? Because they taped off certain sections in the park by my house. I wasn't allowed to walk down gravel trails with trees around them because that was the woods, but other gravel trails with trees around them, that was not the woods. They taped them off with yellow caution tape. It was completely insane and gave everybody mad COVID vibes all over again. So I just tried to demonstrate the absurdity of these measures with this little video. But the law is the Forests Act, and under the Forests Act, the minister may issue a proclamation restricting access to the woods for the purpose of protecting the woods. But I mean, these woods were not on fire. Usually, like, if they're going to issue a proclamation saying everybody's got to stay out of the woods, it's because there's an active fire there, or there's something happening there. What they did is they didn't designate a particular section or zone or anything like that. They said all of the woods. Everybody needs to stay out of the woods. Nova Scotia is the woods. That was the whole point of my video mocking it. It's like people's houses are literally in the woods. They live in wooded areas. Telling Nova Scotians not to go in the woods is basically like telling us not to breathe the air. It's not even possible. So the whole thing was absurd.
Yeah, and the wider green agenda, you know, earlier this year, since the start of the Iran war, we've seen similar, you know, light signals across the planet. In Pakistan, mainstream papers reported smart lockdowns because of energy reasons, which were the exact same playbook from COVID lockdowns. And in that mainstream Pakistani publication, small to medium-sized businesses were going bankrupt because they were being locked down. They couldn't do business. You know, you got to pay rent, inventory, whatever, and your mobility is restricted. And I, you know, just reading this morning, Kuwaitis ration electricity as Iran hits power grid. I'm here in Mexico, and over the past 5 years, I found documents that show that the Rockefeller Foundation has been financing green public infrastructure to get us out of our cars, and again to restrict movement, green social credit in their banking apps in Mexico. Again, just within the past half decade, they have brought in a carbon social credit tracker to track our energy use. It's only for information at the moment, but the Mexican president has announced by year's end you won't be able to buy gasoline in cash anymore.
I wouldn't think they're
and
that
so when you're forced
stupid.
to use digital means, then they'll know how much you're buying for cash, and maybe at some point give us a limit. And you did a video the other day on
not realize.
there are fires now in southern Canada, northern part of the U.S. Trump is angry, blaming Ottawa. Just your thoughts on what's going on there?
Oh, that is the real crisis that we're in. It's not a COVID crisis and it's not a climate crisis. It is a leadership crisis. The entire time, I was rather fortunate during the Woods ban to have the firefighters unions all over Instagram and social media posting their statements saying that this is a failure of senior leadership. And they even named names and said, you know, this guy can't lead. They're supposed to be using their resources appropriately. They didn't employ any of the volunteer firefighter departments at their disposal. People showed up to help, and they were not utilized. I know retired firefighters who operated like at a supervisory level who all came together and volunteered to help lead teams, of firefighters because they were short-staffed. They never heard back from the government on that. They didn't have any of the resources in place. They were short on water bombers in previous years. They went and got 4 water bombers, but they only had 2 pilots. And pilots need crew rest. They can only fly a certain number of hours. Aircraft can only fly a certain number. Well, they had enough aircraft, but not enough pilots. One of the pilots got hurt, unfortunately. That's a reminder of just the kind of risks that first responders really take on behalf of all of us. And I take a lot of heat because people think I'm being disrespectful to first responders, and I'm like, no, the government is being disrespectful to all of us. They should stop scapegoating hikers for wildfires and crack down on arsonists and senior bureaucrats, senior leaders, managers in the public service, because that's really what it all came down to. And we're seeing more of the same. Ontario is on fire now, and we used to be able to respond to these ancient and routine events we call wildfires. Call it fire season now. I'm pretty sure it's just summer. And you guys are incompetent and scaring the hell out of everybody to make it sound like you're dealing with a challenge that is anything other than routine and part of your job. So now, Ontario's on fire, and they're looking for a scapegoat, and they're hyping the whole Trump in the United States, like they were supposed to send somebody here to help us and all of this stuff. And it's like, no, the United States is quite right. They're right on the money with, Senator Moreno is introducing a bill to impose sanctions on the floor of the Senate here soon on Canada for their mismanagement of their forests. And they're absolutely right, calling out all of the same things that the rank and file in the fire services are saying, that they haven't, they haven't provided them with proper resources. They've mismanaged the services. They haven't engaged in any proactive preventative measures like controlled burns or clearing brush for a very long time. We had Hurricane Fiona come in here a few years ago. All of the deadfall from Hurricane Fiona, they never did anything with it. There's no controlled burning or anything like that. So it is a tinderbox because they have not been doing that kind of proactive management.
And they'll bitch at you if you do it.
By American lawmakers, and they're saying, "Oh, these Americans are picking on me." No, it's leadership. It's our leadership at the top, and I think one of the key tactics they engage in is they always scapegoat other people for their failed leadership.
And it feels like a stand down that plays into the green agenda, and I feel like we've seen this all over the world. As you mentioned, this is a routine, annual thing that happens, and from California, right, to Australia, to Canada, you gotta clear the excess, the brush, take care of arsonists, deadfall, just routine stuff, which it's like they intentionally stopped doing to sort of let the fuel stack up for this fire. I do have to add, I absolutely detest Senator Moreno, because for another reason, I think it was earlier this year or last year. So he's from Colombia. He's born in Colombia. He became naturalized in America. He renounced his Colombian citizenship, and now he's proposed a bill, I don't think it's gone anywhere yet, to strip me of my American citizenship. And because he is arguing in his bill, he wants it so Americans like North Korea can only have one citizenship, to be like North Korea or Kazakhstan, my former home, or China, where Americans would have to, they'd be given a year and they'd have to say, yes, I will only have U.S. citizenship and renounce all of my other citizenships, or if I don't renounce my U.S., or if I don't renounce my other citizenships, I lose my U.S. citizenship. And I was born with, my parents were Croatian immigrants. I was born in the USA, grew up with U.S. passport and Croatian, and just by accident became a Mexican, got a teaching job here, and then fell in love, married a Mexican, stayed here, and now he wants to strip me of my, I don't even know what I would do in that occasion. Which passports do I give up? So, and I think it's hypocritical, because he's from Colombia. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But to move on then, I guess, to the part 3 now, which in some ways I'm a father, and this is a tough one. And so we had the COVID technocracy, COVID lockdowns, now the climate lockdowns, the green agenda, absolute zero, death zero, and then the sociocultural, spiritual dimension of the trans movement. And I'm down here in Mexico where it's less prevalent. This stuff is more prevalent in Canada, USA, Western Europe, Australia.
Here.
Less so the global South, but it's slowly coming in. I mean, you will be a few years back, I'm at Walmart with my kid in the shopping cart. We're passing the Kleenex section. And there's a rainbow-colored Kleenex, and she grabs it, and I'm like, nope, put it back. I went to the toy section, and there was a Disney. I'm thinking, today I'll buy a toy for my kid, and there was a Disney puzzle, like an official Disney puzzle, but it was all in the trans colors, and it actually had an official description. So it was intentionally promoting this ideology to children. And I even have a Mexican friend who told me one of their siblings in California, their daughter now has become trans, and now they're fighting with this stuff. And so, if you want to sort of tell us this story, because I think we learn through this story, and we also, it's a lesson for us how to protect our children as well as push back against this madness.
It is incredibly difficult, I think, to protect your children from the state. I don't know that any generation of fathers has figured out a way to do that, really. But I've been dealing with this for quite a while. I think probably the first time my daughter started talking about this kind of stuff was around 2016. And there was never a peep of this during childhood. She would have been about 13 at the time when she first started talking about it. So she was already well into puberty. There was no mention of this. She was very girly, all growing up. Ballet, gymnastics, Justin Bieber, Twilight, all of that stuff. And we were in the military, and we got posted to Ottawa, which is the capital of Canada, and the epicenter of evil for everything happening in Canada. And it's the woke capital, essentially. I mean, maybe somewhere in BC rivals it, but really, I think the epicenter is in Ottawa. The schools there, as far as I can tell, they do a really good job of hiding it. And I've always I can remember even asking her way back when, I was like, are they telling you this stuff in school? But anyway, I guess the way it went down is it's all pretty familiar, I think, to anybody who's been tracking this issue. I was a single dad, and she was visiting with her mother for the summer, and she was texting me things, and she started out at the end of the school year saying that she was asexual, and I was like, what are you, Godzilla? You reproduce no copulation? And she says, no, that's not what asexual means. It just means you're not interested in sex. And I said, well, that just means you're a kid. Asexual means that you produce genetic clones without copulation. So, and she was like, no, that's not what this means. I was like, yes, it does. Let's look it up. This is what asexual means. And then during the summer, she'd be texting me, and she'd say, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm bisexual. And I was just like, okay. I still think you're too young to be worried about this stuff, but if you're bisexual, that's fine. I don't care. And then she'd say, well, I'm a lesbian. And I would say, it doesn't matter. It's fine. You don't need to worry about this stuff right now. Don't sweat it. Then I remember the one that she texted me, and this was kind of, I think, maybe where I went wrong. I didn't really see this coming, but she said, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm trans. And I knew plenty, actually, about the trans movement. I kind of watched the whole thing rearing its ugly head in the early 2010s. Especially around certain conferences I was following, like atheist conferences happening in California and stuff like this. And I remember even when people were reporting on that, I was like, oh, you guys don't know what you're in for here. This is the most odious beast the feminist movement has ever produced.
Fighting society.
I was actually pretty conversant in this stuff already, but when she said she was trans, I just said, sweetheart, no matter what, you're always going to be my little girl. And that seems to be what she seized on. No matter what, you're always going to be my little girl. She took that to be, okay, well, this is the thing that I can push back on. I can rebel against my father on this. And she just stuck to it. And it ebbed and flowed over the course of a few years. I never embraced it, never used any of the pronouns, always engaged in dialogue. we had a big fight about it after some things blew up at her other trans friend's house with their parents over the pronoun and dead naming issue. And I took her for a long drive and had a big long talk about it when she was about 14. And it came right down to, what is a boy? I was asking that question in like 2016 because she was saying that she was a boy and I'm a boy in here. And I was like, well, what do you mean you're a boy? And she'd say, well, I feel like a boy on the inside. And I said, well, how do you know what it feels like to be a boy if you were born a girl? And she would say, well, I know that I'm a boy. I know it in here and I feel it in that I'm a boy in here. And I said, well, what's in there that makes you a boy?
You should have pulled your fuck kid out of school a long time ago.
She says, in here, I'm a boy. Tell me what's in there. Tell me what a boy is. Tell me what it is.
You so fucking.
And she couldn't define it.
Wait.
And I always kind of I use the rules of thought with my with the laws of thought with my kids, and I always try to teach them logic around the dinner table because they don't get that stuff in school. They don't get any critical thinking in school. So I said, well, you're trying to come up with a new definition. Like a boy is an immature human male, and you're clearly talking about something else. And if we can't agree on a common definition, if you need to redefine words in order to make your argument, that's a violation of the law of identity. So it's not logical, and I can't accept your argument. And that was the hard line that I took, like the whole time. If you can make your case, then I will hear you out, but it has to be dispassionate, and it has to be logical. That was the only hard boundary that I had with my kids, and that was exactly what my daughter rebelled against. But anyway, things got pretty dark when I took her to the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario mental health clinic to be seen for depression when she was 14. And they referred her to the gender clinic without my knowledge. The game that she had played was, I want privacy, I don't want to do this myself, and I'm a big girl now and all that stuff. And I said, yeah, okay, that's fine. After the initial intake, I let her attend her appointments in private, and I would just go for a coffee, and she'd text me when she was done, and I would pick her up. But then after 3 appointments, I said, I want to come in and do a little check-in and make sure everything's okay. She protested a little bit, but eventually went into the hospital, and I followed her to a completely different wing where she was at the adolescent gender clinic. So I was freaking out, and then when she came out of that appointment, I went in to talk to the counselor. I didn't know. I was like, if these people are giving her hormones, like what the hell is going on? But it wasn't at that stage just yet. Just at that point, she was at it was during the sort of the intake phase with a social worker, and he was, obstinate and combative with me and dismissive of my concerns and my questions. So I stopped taking her. I said, we're not going back there. And things were okay for about a year and a half, and she started growing her hair back long and taking care of her skin and wearing lip gloss and nail polish and lots of jewelry, all the girly stuff started coming back. And she needed braces, so I took a deployment to Iraq to pay for that. And my mother, who was retired, came to watch the kids for me while I was overseas. And she turned 16, which is the legal age of consent for medical treatment in Ontario, so while I was in Iraq. So the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario started calling her phone directly and telling her that she didn't need my permission anymore. She could just come back into the gender clinic to continue down the path of biomedical transition. So I took early leave from Iraq to attend her first appointment with the psychiatrist and head of the clinic, Dr. Stephen Fetter. He took me in after speaking with her for maybe 20 minutes or half an hour or something like that. It was the first appointment, first time he ever met her. Excuse me. And he offered puberty blockers right off the bat. Started saying that we can just pause her puberty, and when she comes off it later, puberty will just resume and they'll continue to develop as normal. And I was skeptical of that claim, and I kept asking him for evidence and some kind of study, and he was just hitting me with all of the kind of woke sort of talking points, and saying basically like once upon a time we considered homosexuality to be a mental disorder, and we don't treat it like that anywhere anymore, and this is just like that. And of course I didn't accept that at all, because We don't intervene medically with gays, and now you're intervening medically with these people. So, and being gay is not at all analogous to being trans. Being gay is ultimately a statement of preference, whereas the trans claim is a metaphysical one. It's a claim about reality. You're not saying I prefer a certain thing. You're saying I am a certain thing. So not at all in the same category. He was, dismissive and contemptuous of me. I asked for a second opinion, and then you get to talk to another psychiatrist at the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario for your second opinion. He was a little bit more reasonable, and he actually admitted that he can't be certain, and there's a lot of uncertainty around this. I recorded that conversation with him, and that's available online on my X profile as well. And then I recorded 2 more appointments with Dr. Stephen Feder. In one case, he actually told me that the way that he came to the conclusion that my daughter was actually a male is that he looked into her heart and soul. And I was like, oh, yeah, you met her and offered puberty blockers right away.
Yeah, so I look into your heart and soul, and you look like a child molester, an abuser of children,
I don't have to
sexual abuser of children.
So this is clearly false. Like, this is...
I bet he will love that.
He's making a spiritual claim, but that's not a medical claim. There's no soul, like, in the medical literature or anything like that. You're free to believe such things if you, if you feel so inclined, of course. But the common standard here in medicine is the empirical method. So there was no empirical evidence whatsoever that he could offer. Then I did 2 appointments with the endocrinologist, and she was an absolute monster. And she, gaslit me and basically said that my daughter would commit suicide if we didn't transition her, and said that she had all kinds of science to support all of this stuff, and she was going to show it to me, and basically mocked me for expressing any concerns and doubted that I had actually read anything credible about this subject. So I offered to send her some studies, but she refused to give me her email and mockingly said, oh, bring him on into the clinic, I'll have a look. So I did. On the next appointment, I brought her a whole stack of scientific papers about this thick, and it was all tabbed and highlighted, and I slapped it down right in front of her, and I was like, well, first I said, you have those studies that you said you were going to give me, right? You said that adolescent dysphoria doesn't desist, and that, suicide rates go down after transition. She didn't have any of that. And I was like, well, I brought everything you asked for, and here it is. And I put the whole stack down there, and I just started reading them off to her. The statistics on suicide, like you said, that the suicide rate goes down after transition. Here's a study that shows it's 13 to 1 compared to the general population. She ran out of the room. Her and her staff ran out of the room and called security because I showed them the actual data on this stuff. Now, we didn't proceed with anything beyond that, thankfully, due to COVID. So, I guess, it wasn't
Jesus
quite
Christ,
as
dude, you fucking brain
as they
dead.
made it out to be, because once COVID hit, everything basically shut down.
They just conducted a war against you, and you're like,
okay
well,
for a while, but she graduated high school, worked for a little while, and anyway, she's now living with her mother. And I think that was really kind of the issue.
You handed her papers, and
she
she fucking physically tried to have you assaulted.
So she lives there now, and she's
That's
been on
not a declaration of fucking
since,
war. I don't know what it is.
2023. She cut off contact with me in that year as well, and she just had her breast removed last September.
To point it out.
And
the actions are.
Won't
You
talk
may
to
not
me, doesn't
declare
want to see
your
me. I actually
fucking
ran into
war
her at Starbucks
by pen
last
or
week
by
and
word
said
of
hi, but
mouth,
she just
your
ran away
actions.
from me. So it's
they
definitely
speak
the hardest thing
louder
that I've ever had to deal with in my lifetime.
fucking words.
No generation of fathers has ever had to deal with a problem like this. So in terms of the advice I can offer, as far as protecting your children go, I mean, I talk to my children, I reasoned with my children, I encourage them to think critically, to distrust authority. I taught them logic around the table. At night, we had these conversations where I could show her like the specious reasoning and this stuff. But it's a real challenge, man. I think you just probably have to take them out of the schools. I wasn't in a position to do that as a single father. I couldn't homeschool, or it wasn't a realistic expectation for me, and I tried to manage it with conversations at home. But when you're just one father up against an entire culture, an entire educational system, the entire Canadian state, her mother's side of the family. You know, it was a really difficult kind of sell for me to convince her that I was the good guy trying to protect her, when everybody else was saying that my every effort to protect her was actually tantamount to abuse, discrimination, transphobia, and this kind of thing.
See, that's and
yeah,
that's
I think
not
when it comes
liable.
right down to it, if you
See,
have the option, you should homeschool.
they fucking
You probably
run their
shouldn't
mouth,
let
libel
your kids
you,
hang
and you
around with
fucking
other
gotta
kids
eat
who
it.
are trans-identified, I'm afraid to say. It is a social contagion after all, and we do know of these phenomena like clustering. That was a factor in my daughter's case, where she had one friend who was trans
call you
first,
a
and then she
fucking
came out as
monster.
trans later. That friend, as far as I know,
You're
has
abusing your
desisted and is now
children.
living a normal life, but my daughter is still caught up in it.
Because you
You know,
won't
she
mutilate
has
your
some very
child.
different issues where, you know, her other friend, her parents,
That's
are still
their
married and stuff, so
definition
she
of
doesn't quite
abuse.
have kind of the same challenges to deal with. But ultimately, yeah, I think it's a cult. It's a cult that is absolutely taken over our institutions and the broader society. And what you do, the first step to getting somebody out of a cult is to isolate them from the cult. So you have to take them out of the schools, and you have to cut them off from friends who are trans-identified, I'm afraid. It really has to be that drastic if you really want to save your daughters.
Yeah, we're part of a homeschool network, so we try to shield our children, and we can see a big difference where our children are very traditional and girly versus some of the other children. Sometimes, you know, because I live in a country that still is very socially conservative, traditional, and by and large, and so, but you can't tell the difference between kids who are homeschooled, others that go to private school and public school, and again, I think a lot of it, a big portion is the parental situation, but again, we're up against a mountain when it comes to school and culture between the children, as you mentioned, and the media propaganda, the films, the internet, the social media. I used to teach in Kazakhstan, again, very socially conservative. I remember reading a story a few years back of one kid. It was like a boy, I can't remember the gender, but I think it was a boy wanting to wear a skirt. I mean, this is in Kazakhstan. And the teacher admonished him, and he jumped from like a 10-story building and killed himself. But I saw over there, because it's very socially conservative, but I could see how this stuff was piping in. And I saw at the high school where I work, kids adopting this Western woke culture. It's piping in through the YouTube, through the Facebook, the social media. And that's sort of like the back door in. And I was going to mention, listen to
Disney.
Disney, and I began teaching here at the high school and university in Mexico, at the MIT of Mexico. It's called the Tec de Monterrey, from 2010 to 2017. And then I went off to Kazakhstan from 2017 to 2021. And while I was here teaching until 2017, largely the student body, the boys and girls, it was largely normal. In my time, I remember there was maybe one homosexual student. Maybe there were like maybe one or two gay teachers. That's that. And I still have friends that work there. And a few years back, and now we're talking 2020s, one of my friends told me, man, now I've got students who are trans, who are asking me to use pronouns. They're giving us, administration is giving us courses on toxic masculinity. I'm a history teacher. My friend's a history teacher. She's like, I'm here to teach history. Like, what does that have to do? And so I'm thinking, it kind of goes back to COVID, where you lose your job, right, if you don't take the injection. Where if I were still working there, I kid you not, and a student came to me, there was a boy that said, sir, teacher, I want you to call me, Jenny or something. And
Yeah, because fucking kids would not take a fucking advantage of that
upon me. You can't get me to participate in what I believe is a lie, just like the COVID situation, right, with the masks and everything. I'd be fired. I would happily, I'd be like, I'm not doing this. Fire me. I'm not taking this toxic masculinity.
You couldn't see no kid going up there saying that shit just to fuck with the teacher. I don't want to do this fucking homework. I'm going to tell him
you mentioned Disney. We saw Minions 5, I think it was, the other week. And in the ads, they were showing these movies about hexes and witches and sorcery.
And because it's so
on one hand,
fucking,
on the other hand, very subtly they're introducing these trans ideas in these cartoons, and I'm like, I mean, this is insane. I remember when I was in the movie in
people's
Kazakhstan,
fucking
my kid was not even,
entertainment
like a
and
year old,
fucking
and we
thought
thought, okay,
forms.
we'll show them some infant YouTube
They're gonna
video,
fucking
and it was an
imitate
hour long, and I just happened to
everything.
spot
Fucking
a
retarded.
pentagram in the background, and I kid you not, I freeze the frame, and I searched, and I found the actual source of that pentagram was Aleister Crowley. It was from Aleister Crowley's, work. I'm like, it's insane the stuff that they're putting in here. But anyways, I sort of just want to ask you, this is not organic. This is not true, correct? I mean, this is evil. This is immoral. The stuff that is being done. What are your thoughts about this agenda overall? And I mean, where's this all going to lead? What's it all? How's it going to end?
There are probably a couple of different agendas confluencing together.
And it's a fucking shame.
It's not,
just an ordinary
again, I'll throw back
motherfucking
to what I said
person
initially. Like, human beings are just not sufficiently competent to pull off global
cannot
conspiracies. But there is
fucking
absolutely an
communicate
agenda for global dominance
with
that
the
the
fucking
CCP are
cocksuckers
pursuing.
who claim,
That's
I guess,
that's a
no
big
longer
part
claim
of
to
the
be a
institutional
service
capture
to
that we
humanity,
see.
but more
They actually sketched out the whole plan
masters.
for global dominance.
You can't call
Back
them
in
out
the
for being
90s, there's a
masters
book on
because,
Amazon called Unrestricted
Jesus
Warfare. It was
Christ,
based on
you're
leaked
a
Chinese
what?
military documents.
Sovereign citizens,
they
I
describe
don't
a
fucking want to obey the
host of
masters.
basically
You gotta
soft
obey the
tactics that they can use
masters.
short of kinetic
Don't
warfare.
fucking slander me with your fucking ignorance.
Economic warfare, cyber warfare,
So y'all don't even know what the fuck. I'd like you to tell me what the fuck is
so
a
we see a
sovereign
lot of
citizen.
that.
What
Elite
the fuck
capture,
are you
that's a
fucking...
concept that dates all the way back to Sun Tzu's Art
Please,
of War.
define it for me,
And
please.
that's what unrestricted warfare really is. It's kind of like an upgrade to the art of war for the
How
the
you
modern
fucking
era. And the
sovereign
supreme
and a
art
citizen
of war
at the same-
is to
How
subdue
is
the
that
enemy
fucking
without
possible?
any fighting.
That just
That's what
sounds
Sun Tzu
fucking
said. So it's
idiotic.
more
I'm
about
gonna fucking tell you
sabotage,
that now.
elite capture, weakening a state from within until it just kind of collapses under its own weight, and then they can be the ones to swoop in and provide the solution, just like they did in Sri Lanka, where just prior to state collapse, they had some of the highest ESG scores in the entire world. In fact, I think they were the highest ESG scores in Sri Lanka right at the time that the state collapsed. And instead of going to the IMF for a bailout, they went to China, and now now China owns all their debt and has that massive international port in Harimbota that's just off the coast of India. That's another country that they're rather aggressive toward, and basically surrounding them between the South China Sea and the mountains in Nepal, where they have regular skirmishes. The Chinese, they play Go. They don't play chess, so they're not as fixated on capturing a single piece the way that we are in the West. The World War II ended with a race to Berlin, for example, but in Go, it's not about capturing a single piece, it's about capturing all of the pieces all at the same time and making it so that we can't even move. So when they used to think in terms of elite capture, what they talk about in unrestricted warfare is called supranational organizational capture, and they name by name the World Bank, the IMF, and in their own words, the biggest of them all, the UN. And if you take a look at the UN and their auditing boards, for example, they're 60 to 80% ethnically Chinese on the auditing boards for the UN. Like the WHO, anybody who's worked in intelligence long enough will tell you that going all the way back to 1953, it's probably been captured by China
the
and
bankers
Russia.
have moved all
And,
the Chinese into the World
we see,
Bank.
like, these
They
resolutions,
will control the
condemning
money of the
Israel
future.
and supporting Palestine all of the time. It's starting to look like the CCP may have even had a hand in sponsoring October 7th, and it probably has everything to do with this model that they follow, where they bolster countries' militaries and provide the military support in exchange for cheap energy, like they were doing in Venezuela, and they were probably trying to attempt something like that in Gaza as well. Here in Canada,
Well, they are the new
we
United
are completely
States.
captured
They are
by
the
them.
new
Mark
world
Carney
police.
is very clearly, I think, in bed with China. Like, he's a man who pursues his own interests. When he was the governor of the Bank of England, he set up a deal between the Bank of England and the Bank of China that was probably ill-advised, I would say. And he also got Brookfield's interests very heavily aligned with China. They got some sweetheart deals on real estate in China. They're also
And that's why
big
Charles
drivers
Schwab
of the green
and them, they
agenda
love
and all
China,
that green
because when
tech
they
and
go
solar
over
panels
there,
and like are
you think those
coming out of
people
China, so
are
they get
out
all
there,
kinds of
and their heads
money
are
from that. These wind farms
bowed.
that are set up that don't really
They
produce
are
anything. A lot of the
not
stuff
out
is
there
just for
giving
show,
Charles
just to
a hard
sucker
time.
us into buying that kind of crap, to deindustrialize essentially, while they continue to build
You want to talk about
coal-fired power
broken
plants
motherfucking
per
people?
week.
Chinese are the most broken fucking people.
The whole game is
They're
essentially
so
to become
fucking
the
broken
world's
in.
dominant superpower. So
And
they,
grind
they,
for
like I
fucking
said, they follow
slavery.
this
That's all they
strategy of
know.
weakening us
Well,
from
it's been
within,
bred
capturing
into
our
them
institutions,
fucking
supranational organizations,
goddamn day they bought this
propagandizing our
fucking
populace
earth.
to, get us to stop believing in ourselves and believing in our own culture. We saw Mao's Cultural Revolution come to Canada with the Kamloops mass grave hoax, where they actually lied and said that there were 215 children, Indigenous children, buried in a mass grave outside an old Catholic residential school in BC. There's never been any bodies recovered from that, but they kept our flags at half-staff for 6 months here in Canada to shame us all. Shame on us for being born, I guess, this kind of thing. And shame is a very effective tactic when it comes to brainwashing and propaganda. So I think like China is basically kind of like at the center of gravity here. They use rogue states like Russia. They get a lot of energy from Russia, and they've basically been sponsoring Russia in the Ukraine war. They use states like Iran. 20% of Iran's oil goes to China. China provides them with arms deals, essentially. Like they were still smuggling petrochloride in there, even after the Americans came into the Gulf. They were still bringing petrochloride in there, which is a dual-purpose chemical that can be used for industrial purposes, but also makes pretty good solid rocket fuel to enhance their ballistic missile capability, for example. So they're going all over the place, pursuing the same agenda. We see the mass immigration agenda all over the West. That's supported by UN doctrine, again, with their replacement migration document that they have. And the whole idea is to support this pyramid scheme that we have for our pension plans, where we need population growth in order for the pension plans to be solvent, especially when the baby boomers retire, which is true, but they're exploiting a lot of that now to force some very detrimental type immigration on us, where we once had, lawyers, doctors, engineers, and this kind of thing that we were bringing in, and now we have mostly terrorists, organized crime. The ethnic triads, like the Big Circle Boys, are believed to be headquartered in Markham, Ontario. At this point, they basically own PEI. I don't think we're ever going to get PEI back from them. They just bought it here in Canada recently. So that's sort of the big agenda, the World War III agenda that we're living through right now, which is basically China versus Russia. China uses a lot of proxies and has allies all over the world. It's the totalitarian left versus the liberal right, essentially globally. Excuse me. But the unrestricted warfare battle strategy is the one that I see deployed the most widely. I don't think that the trans agenda stuff really comes from that as much as I do it being part of a much broader social phenomenon that's described in Strauss-Howe generational theory that was first published in a book called Generations, History of America's Future in 1991. And in 1991, William Strauss and Neil Howe predicted that a major crisis would threaten civilization in the year 2020 plus or minus 2 years. Now, they weren't able to tell us like the nature of the crisis, but they said that's when it's going to happen. It's going to happen sometime between 2018 and 2022. And they were bang on. They said 2020 plus or minus 2 years. They also predicted the 2008 global financial collapse. And they did all of this using demography, like using statistics, looking at demographic changes over time, comparing that to markets, because Neil Howe is an economist, and he was looking for a way to predict these booms and busts and understand the cycle of booms and busts. And what he realized is that it has everything to do with generational retirement, essentially. Like we'll have a little bit of a bust when one generation retires, and then it'll go back on the upswing when then the next generation coming up behind them sort of picks up the slack. But there's the big one, the big depression, the big COVID dip, all of this stuff. That's what happens when the generation born in the wake of the previous major crisis reaches peak institutional power. And what I mean is, like, it's called a fourth turning. It's a major crisis called a fourth turning. So the previous one would have been the Second World War. The one before that
you would know about that if you read Fucking Tragedy,
Revolution. These are global crises. Those are events that take place during the global crisis.
But he definitely
pattern goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden. The ancient Greeks called it a saeculum, or a great year.
No, I mean,
so it has a spring, a summer, an autumn, and a winter. And in Strauss-Howe generational theory, they describe those as the first turning, the second turning, the third turning, and the fourth turning. Now, in the first turning, gender roles are at their widest, so that would be the GI generation with breadwinners and housewives. Then in the second turning, the gender roles start to narrow, so we had like the hippie movement with men growing their hair long, women wearing pants in the 60s and 70s. And then in the third turning, gender roles continue to narrow. I got my ear pierced when I was like 19. A little more androgyny and pink hair and punk rock and this kind of thing.
I'm turning womanly because I wore my hair long. Nobody wore their fucking hair long in the fucking 80s. You are a fucking dumb, retarded motherfucker. I hope you know that. Please, let me whisper to him in his dreams tonight. Let me take some of this Carol Quigley and shove it in his head and show him how fucking retarded he is. He is so retarded. He's onto some things, yeah, but he's got since he has no fucking foundation of why and how all this is happening, he's got no idea how to fucking stop it. Yeah, no answers. He doesn't know how fucking easy this really is. It's really, really fucking easy to fix all this. Hey, and on the bright side, and if somebody wants to go get their genitals cut off, whatever, hell, you'll be able to do it from home. Or pay your friend. I mean, there's all kinds of. Just open it up. Anybody can become a doctor. And yeah, that sounds horrible, but if you're so fucking retarded, go to somebody and trust somebody that doesn't know what to do, and that's on you. I mean, you're gonna have to be a bit responsible for yourself. You have to know a little bit about medicine yourself to know. You don't have to be a fucking professional, but you should have an idea of what fucking health conditions you could be possibly dealing with in the future, or and what kind of treatment you should expect. Nothing gets business like word of mouth. I'm telling you. You know, if the whole fucking civilization was fucking cannibalistic, I don't think we would have ever gotten to this point. Not in a bad way, I'm saying as far as the control. Now, yes, of course we could have progressed with technology, but to steal all the land? Yeah. You talk about a bunch of old fucking farmers living off the land and cannibalistic on top of it. Yeah, I think anybody coming through there looking to do a fucking eminent domain on somebody's land, well, they would have been a different conversation. And I guess that's part of the problem, huh? We failed. We failed by not establishing fucking militias to combat fucking armies. Had they established a militia during the Whiskey Rebellion and armed themselves, trained, went as far as buying fucking, cannons and shit to actually put up a fucking fight. Well, the Whiskey Rebellion would have been, could have turned out completely fucking different. Hell, they might have went back down and cleaned house and wrote a new constitution getting rid of the federal government. I'm about to come to a stopping point with this here. Let's see what's up here on this round. From my lid here. Alright. Keep you waiting there. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, man, parts of that. Parts of Louis T. McFadden in the house. Well, hell,
happening in the third turning, like mid-80s to mid-2000s, basically. And then in the fourth turning, gender roles are actor perilous. So I'll put it to you like this: like as of this year, it's been 82 years since D-Day, 81 years before that was Gettysburg, and 82 years before that was the colonial triumph of Yorktown, the climactic battle in the American Revolution. Now, in 2012, they had one of the Wachowski brothers, the creators of The Matrix, come out as Lana Wachowski, as a trans woman. And 82 years before Lana Wachowski came out, Magnus Hirschfeld performed the first biomedical transition.
Oh, Big Mike and Obama made it real popular. They were like, walk it out, boys club, hot dogs, pizza, $70,000 for hot dogs. Ain't nothing funny here. That's just a lot of hot dogs. Fucking, if you're so fucking retarded, you believe that they spent $70,000 on a hot dog. Hey, fucking goddamn. Ever look like there are that many people there? I tell you, boy, motherfucking, they didn't even do that for the state fair. Get the fuck out of here. $70,000 for fucking hot dogs. God damn. $1 a piece. That's 70,000 fucking hot dogs slapping somebody in the fucking face. Or was it a $70,000 hot dog. Wonder what that looks like. Probably forbidden, huh? Oh, that's that forbidden fruit. We're not supposed to touch that. And that's not the least of their fucking desires. Like, oh my God, I shouldn't, but I must because I can't tell myself fucking no. That's a fucking monstrous fucking ego to fucking hold and have. You see the confidence that comes with it. Because they know they just get away with everything. Look at him, like he's gonna suck that fucking microphone off.
Oh, you see that? Significant global security threat. On Thursday in Washington, Marco...
Look at that cunt. I fucking can't stand that motherfucking cunt.
Is the far left...
Whatever happened, why can't you get up there and just bitch slap one of them? Like, I challenge you to a fucking duel. I mean, come on. They declared all the fighting over with? Shit. That's all they do is threaten and fight. But usually it's bold they dare think that, I'd be a felon if I dared to defend my life. Well, fuck. Don't look like you would give much of a choice, is it?
Security threat.
You do what I say, dog.
Marco Rubio, the US
he
Secretary
looks
of State.
like, Jesus Christ. There's just something fucking off with this motherfucker. These little fucking big ass ears. The fuck's wrong with you? Marco Polio. Oh, when did it become so fucking wrong? You can't even speak about you can't speak your goddamn mind. You can't say nothing about nothing. You can't tell me that motherfucker don't need to be slapped in the goddamn face. That arrogant fucking cocksucker right there. The way he runs that dick sucker on. Look at them fucking lips. Tell me that cross-eyed motherfucker don't fucking look at his goddamn dick neck. Got that fucking dick neck going on. Fuck you. Fuck you. You fucking commie. You fucking commie motherfucker. Fucking Luciferian fucking commie. You don't worship fucking Satan, do you? You fucking commie. Fucking goddamn Luciferian fucking fuck. You like that fucking adrenochrome? Is that what's got you all fucking cross-eyed? Cross-eyed looking motherfucker.
Will host an international summit on the threat posed by, quote, the recent...
Yeah, because we see what kind you want to fucking protect. Yeah, you see the kind y'all fucking want to fight for. Fucking fight it all out, because you know your ass on fucking life, goddamn. Marco, you in the files, you buried in them, you try to fucking destroy all that fucking evidence, ain't you, old Marco Rubio, try to hide all the fucking crimes. They ain't even mentioned the financial shit yet. All the fucking robbing and stealing, insider fucking trading. It's illegal. Oh yeah, fucking just because that's illegal don't make it lawful, does it? I mean, goddamn, you can fill your fucking pockets and fucking. How's that a fucking beneficial contract? Anybody else but yourself? Fucking compensation going all to your fucking end for what? For what? Why do you get all the fucking compensation and fucking benefits and privileges? Because you fucking can't call it a goddamn right. Don't nobody have that fucking right. And yet here they are robbing the fuck out of this fucking thing. They rob the fuck out of this corporation. They trick you into believing it's a goddamn country. Oh, it's a nation. It's a country of laws. Shit, motherfucker. Yeah. You give me that shit. Ignorance of the law ain't no excuse. You motherfucker. You show me one cocksucker on this earth that can fucking just pick a law. Let's pick a section. I'm gonna name a random fucking section. You tell me what the fuck that is. Oh hell no. Ain't nobody fucking know that law. That law change every fucking day. Y'all fucking add to it, change it. Yeah, that more fucking words and fucking paper than fucking go around the fucking earth 4 fucking times. Nobody. See, ignorance is no excuse for the law. Was meant for like the real law. The law like knowing right and wrong. That's what that means. It gets to you ain't supposed to fucking steal from your neighbor. Everybody know you ain't supposed to steal from your neighbor, but yet they turn around and try to play it like, oh, you gotta know how what exemptions are in the CAFA for your corporation, and what filing exemptions can you use on your internal federal tax report form. I'm like, what? Like, can you yeah, you're supposed to know that. You know it. You ain't got a corporation. You still supposed to know it. What about fucking 15 USC 102 violation of a trust? Because is Social Security is that a trust? Is it or is it not? Yeah, listen, can we get down to looking at this act? Y'all gonna tell me Social Security is not a trust? Who's a trustee here? We don't find no fucking maladministration of no fucking accounts where we see the accounts since inception. I want to see both sides of the book. I know GAAP. I know there are 2 sides of the book. You got ingoing, outgoing, public, private, whatever you want to call it. Your payables, receivables. The books better zero out. They better balance. Yeah, I want to know who they balance to. Who's beneficiary? Who's beneficiary for here? Who's beneficiary for here? Where did it go? Fucking FAFSA, fucking 56. Fucking tell you, they're none but fraud treason. They are national security. Can't know about the fucking child trafficking network and the fucking intelligence agency honeypot fucking politicians to be fucking crooked and stay fucking crooked. You can't go straight and fucking tell these people the fucking truth. God damn it, you gonna blow their whole motherfucking game. You supposed to be cashing out. Don't fucking be telling people all our fucking crime and business. We'll have your ass fucking hung out to dry. Like they tried to do Bill Clinton when they said, Mavis, you had sexual relations. He said, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. And Bill kept on. They'd been like, did you have sexual relation with that child? And Bill would have been like, oh fuck, they gonna throw me a bus off, turn my ass around right quick. And all he needed was Monica. He didn't have to go no further. Bill doesn't know. He doesn't know. I got a fucking trip planned for JEE vacation next week. Fucking shit. And they try to fucking throw this dumb bitch at me. Fuck, I didn't even want it. This was just a fucking dare. He said, goddamn, I saw Hillary fucking about to jump out the goddamn helicopter. I said, hey, Monica, you brighten my day a little bit. I eat my dick before I put it in that fucking demon bitch. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me, goddamn. Don't picture that bitch naked. That's just horrible.
Resurgence of transnational far-left terrorism. There'll be a particular focus
they'll arm everybody. They're like, oh yeah, Deputy ICE here, Deputy Dipshit dude here to enforce the Antifa now. Didn't know it was going to go that way, did y'all? as the new Secret Service, yeah, the new secret police, the Gestapo. Right, row, Raggy. Oh man, yeah, fuck somebody's day up real good though. Shit. I hope people don't figure this shit out though. I tell you, they'd be fucked. They do. People are figuring shit out, and man, I tell you what. They figure out like, what my boss say? I'm gonna shut up now. What? Am I surprised? Motherfucker, you didn't see that coming, did you? Shit. Don't fuck around. Don't fuck around. Motherfucker. They got the whole group of them. Shit. No. I hate fucking be that way, but fucking hell. Drink being tortured, having shit put in my ass, going in one of the hole. No, what you think I would choose? Fucking have my rights stripped and fucking like y'all tell me I ain't got fucking rights, I ain't got fucking right. When you can't take my fucking God given right, you gonna fucking have to claim you can take my God given right. Fuck you, this fucking home. Like fucking Donkey Kong. Ain't give a shit. Fuck. Oh man. Look, you better open up the gate, Lord. I'll be there very soon. You better be ready to fight too, because I'm gonna fuck mad as hell. I get there. Fucking what the fuck you do? Fuck correct that fucking shithole for. I'm gonna fucking be up there ready to swing and fuck kick your fucking ass. Fucking create that fucking hellhole down there. Fucking crazy fucking lunatic. Great goddamn fucking Satan and fucking Lucifer fucking shit. Fuck you. Letting them do that with little kids. God, I'm gonna smack God in the fucking mouth. Just fucking backhand that motherfucker. Oh man. Tell me. Got sick fucking creator. Make this fucking stupid fucking world. This world so fucking stupid. I ain't even fucking seen that so good. But next thing I know, I wake up. Yeah, fucking goddamn done had my mind blow again. Something even dumber done happened. I said, God damn it. Fucking people still standing for this shit. People still taking it right up their fucking ass, bent over fucking raw, getting fucking screwed, fucking head pounded off the goddamn floor, and they're just loving it. They said, yes, Daddy. Yes, Master. Yes, give me some more, please. I got some money in my pocket. You want it? Like, Jesus Christ. You better pay that bond. You're gonna pay that bond. You're gonna pay a bond. We gotta fucking catch that motherfucker in. Get on the market and fucking insure. We got fucking retirement. Fucking, fucking take care of, fucking beat my fucking face. Need fucking 4 or 5 more cars. Not 4 or 5, 4 to 5 more cars. Fuck, I ain't got enough. Fuck, gotta have it all. Fuck, gotta have all the goddamn water. Can't have no fucking water. Fuck. Can't have no fucking water. What the fuck you need water for? I need all the fucking water for my fucking. No, they good people. They love you. Your master love you. They need you. Run their factories, fight their wars, and enforce their codes and their fictions. They need you to enforce their legal fictions. Stand real proud. Go over, get your ass blowed up, fucking Iran. Get your ass over there in the middle of a fucking shitstorm before they nuke it. And have all y'all over there and they fucking nukes down. Look at them, look at those bitches. Got them all together over there now. He got away about them fucking now. Said we get them, we're all fucking up. The high southern Chinese, come over here. We need some more polices. We need some more polices. They don't even know what a fucking polices is. Policies. Policies. There ain't no peace man. Peace man gone. Peace man like fucking gone. There ain't no fucking hold no peace. Yeah, I ain't peace. Peace man, my ass. No, it ain't no fucking peace man. It's look, the fucking power flag on the fucking put power flag on the fucking car. Fucking big fucking honest. Take the goddamn flag off that fucking pole. Put the fucking power flag up on the goddamn fucking fly high. United Nations 2. Just go ahead. Sail it. put the fucking House of Rothschild up there, and the fucking rest of the thing here, put it up there, put their fucking family crest, just plaque it up there, stamp it on the fucking president's face, tell the world you own him. You have to put all of them, gotta, because people be fucking confused. You just did it to Trump. They'd be fucking confused, like, oh, they own that one. Oh, that one must be the good. Nope. This is a worldwide system. Oh, the conspiracy theory. Yeah, well, a fucking professor wrote about it and taught it in fucking Bill Clinton, so fuck you. Aren't you so smart? You didn't know that, did you? You fucking dumbass. Yeah. Who's telling the truth now? You ain't know, did you? You ain't know. Oh, they ain't know. No, they shouldn't know. Fuck, no, they didn't know. They all fucking sleep, fighting amongst each other. Don't even know what to do. They're fucking privates. I feel like a girl. I'll never stick my dick in a blender. See how it feels. I'm gonna warn you, that shit's gonna hurt like a bitch. Don't do that, you dumb son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Man. I thought kids fucked up when they were sniffing gas and fucking crawdads holes and fucking not see this shit coming when I fucking was younger. I was like, God damn, you would have told me this, I think I would have seen my way out. Fucking no, man, fuck this shit. You can tell that ain't the goddamn future. Fucking hell. That's why they don't want to tell you future. Fuck, I just got a visualization of it the other day. I was like, fuck. Hell, don't you pay me enough to stick around and fucking watch that play out? Fuck me, man. Fuck me. Hell. Now I think I'm done with the God's surprises. Shit. He's not very loving at all, is he? Jesus fucking Christ. Is it him or is it us? I can't figure it out. I was like, why the fuck would you make mankind so fucking retarded? It's like just bred it into fucking our very essence, born fucking retarded. Couldn't fucking figure our way out of a goddamn paper bag if we had to. We would fucking die. Suffocate, die. Yeah, that somebody fucking care for you. Oh, man. Don't blame me. I was raised by wolves. Raised by wolves. Yeah, you little loony. Yes, I don't know. It's all natural. Wolves, though. Wolves just do their thing. Ain't that evil with no wolf. Some people scared of wolves. Big bad wolf. A pack of them, though. A pack of them. Oh, yeah. We might have to trouble them. Yeah. You might be in trouble there. You ain't got nothing but your dick in your hand. Ain't like you can jump out naked at a wolf or you gonna run it off. No, you could probably do that with a home intruder. Come out, just run out naked, swing your dick in your hand, threaten to fucking jump up, plow your fucking asshole in his nose. He's probably gonna run. See, big old hairy fucking bear about to fucking come out and like, rah! Like, this last day they were, I'm about to shit in my hand and rub it in your goddamn face. I'm gonna come at you with a fucking turd in my hand. I look for a weapon. You gonna eat this? You ain't. Fuck. So you ever get to taste that out of your mouth, you let me know. Oh, hell. Yeah. Oh, God. I'll be laughing for that. I'll be laughing at for the rest of my life. I would, too. I remember that time when I let that mother eat that turd. Fuck that son of a bitch. man, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Alright. Oh, well, fuck else to do. Well, I'm gonna say in a moment, I got fucking pissed, so I got fucking pissed. Get this out of me. And, I'll be back. I ain't got time to shut it down. I gotta go. Whole fucking age fucking got my ass all fucked up. Tell you what. Selling whatever the fuck they're selling, goddamn ad every time you fucking turn around. I can't stand this thing goddamn TV. Why don't you get down? Every fucking time. Every motherfucking time you turn around. Can't get any goddamn peace. None at all. None at all. Fucking try. Sit down. Enjoy some kind of fucking entertainment, something. Next thing I know, I can't even remember what the fuck I was watching. They just played a fucking dozen fucking commercials talking about everything from goddamn douche to getting your fucking dick cut off. I ain't even know what the fucking thing. I'm like, what the hell was we watching? Fucking done lost the fucking plot. Fuck this fucking show. I don't even remember what the fuck was going on. The fuck I'm gonna sit here and watch this shit for. This'll be back on in 5 fucking minutes. Same fucking thing we just saw. Fucking again and again and again and again, make you want to just punch the goddamn thing on the walk by. Just, fuck you, scream that in my ear one more time. I swear to Christ, I'm gonna scream rape. Fuck. What you doing? Tiny cat. Teeny tiny cat. Yeah, did you sweet cat, ain't you? Yeah. Me. You better not launch on my fucking back again. Mirror. What are you doing? You better not tear that fucking cooler up anymore. Well, I fucking thought I just... Put that fucking styrofoam cooler in a box. Keep you from tearing it up. Hell no, you find a way to it too, ain't you? I told you to stop that.
As Antifa. What is this group? Is it a significant danger, or is there something else
I don't know. Fucking I want the fucking thing off full screen though.
motivating this summit? From the BBC, I'm Tristan Redman in London, and this is the Global Story on YouTube.
We got some big fucking
Mike Wendling, great to
red
have you
symbol
back.
fucking
I was,
horns, huh?
just talking with you about movies last week, and today we are back to talk about something that's roughly in the same ballpark.
Movies.
Yeah,
Politics.
more extremist politics for you.
Yeah. Well,
Were y'all
Mike, for
fucking
those
twins
of our
or
listeners
what?
who were not listening last week, could you introduce yourself, please? Tell us what it is you do.
Sure. My name's Mike Wendling, and
thought
I'm a
y'all were
journalist.
brothers.
I specialize in, amongst other things, movements on the far right and the far left, particularly in America, but around the world.
Great to have you back with us, Mike. So Marco Rubio is hosting a summit in Washington, D.C. on Thursday. By all accounts, he's invited senior ministers from more than 60 countries to talk about, quote, the resurgence of transnational far-left terrorism. What's he thinking about? Is there one incident more than any other that really captures what this is and explains what's giving the impetus to the White House here?
There's one case that the authorities in the United States
Well, we've already
will point to,
covered
and
what
that's a
he's
protest
thinking
outside
about.
immigration facility
told
in
you all
Texas
this
about
shit.
a year ago, in July 2025. A group of left-wing activists protested, brought fireworks, but then also brought body
that's
armor,
just
and
a
it
story.
one case
Fucking
of a
ain't
weapon.
nobody proved nothing
The
yet.
protest turned violent when police showed up, and one of the protesters actually shot a police officer. After that, a number of the...
Excuse me. We uncovered all the evidence of these protests. Have we uncovered anything about them yet? Do we know if they're paid? Do we know? I want to know every fucking one of them. Want their fucking ID. We want everybody's fucking ID. Who the fuck they work for. The fucking corporation, every fucking thing. We want to know every fucking thing about every fucking buddy because goddamn it, there's so many fucking infiltrators in there fucking creating fucking stories on the fucking news. You just don't fucking believe shit anymore until you have fucking absolute fucking proof of what the fuck's going on. Don't take that fucking presumption and fucking eat it. That's what you fucking did. And granted, we do have a bunch of fucking retarded motherfuckers running around this fucking place, but Jesus Christ, there's gotta be a fucking limit.
Protesters were arrested.
It's like the fire fart up there at the fucking FBI fucking center. Fire fart. Look like a fucking garbage fire. Somebody lit a little fucking firecracker. Fucking burned a fucking little fucking thing of fucking gasoline in the middle of the fucking parking lot. They called it a fucking explosion. I heard an explosion. FBI, I was looking to see the goddamn mural building come down. Fuck no. What do we have? Ain't them fucking blow out no fucking windows. And a fucking explosion. Jesus Christ. A fire fart. Fucking, they didn't even tell you. Fucking man fucking said, work at the goddamn building. Probably, when we'll get down to it, we'll find out that motherfucker work for the FBI. Is that what the fuck happened here? I mean, they just haven't around, collect, fucking do this shit so they can make those stories up like the fucking invasion of fucking DC. Fucking they come in there fucking armed with tanks and fucking shit. Motherfucking bunch of fucking goddamn. We call it erection. It was the erection. Trying to install what? Donald fucking Trump. Jesus Christ, he didn't know both fucking parties work for the same fucking team. Entire fucking all funded fucking intel and fucking media fucking spread to fucking retards. See, not everybody's got to be paid and influence people in other ways, but knowing they're retarded and feeding their retarded ass with some kind of information and then starting a movement, because fucking had average fucking person would have come up with that, fucking shared it all over the goddamn internet, wouldn't nobody have showed up. They're like, I don't know who the fuck you are, but somebody with some fucking power and influence, fucking, it'd take somebody with some power and fucking influence, fucking influence to fucking feel them. That many fucking people, get that many fucking people together in that short period of time. Power, influence. Like, for For God's sake, even on a fucking radio and a fucking truck, you have a fucking limit to how many people you can fucking speak with. Jesus Christ. I don't care how the fucking channels work. They had wanted anybody up there. Well, goddamn it. Yeah, well, fucking shadow banned it on fucking Facebook or wherever you were sharing it. It would have got shared to your friends. You share to your friends, they'd never see it. Be like, what the fuck is something that's fucking going on about? Pretend like fucking ain't never happened. What the fuck? I know I got a message. It say I ain't got shit yet. Well, I'm watching my shit. Post it, turn around. I know I left the comment. I didn't delete it. That's that cocksucker. He said he didn't delete it. Well, it ain't there. I don't know. And yeah, this thing ain't got a person do it no more. Fucking. Usually you think somebody would be like, computer flag it. I think they just cut a few out. It's like, you just see these words, you yank it. Like a comment right here. Well, I drop that there. See, it might be too long. Might be too long. Let me cut. Just up. I won't cut anything. But I need to cut something just kind of. We'll get rid of the progressivism movement here, because we still got a little bit there. We'll get rid of these two too. Alright. I mean, if it's too much, it'll tell you it's too much to go there. And here we go, round. See, it worked if you shorten it down like this, because retards is like, okay, but like anything really wordy, like someone fucking reads and educated, sees it, like, man, say that, do that right there. There you go, looking for themselves. Holy shit, that motherfucker. I'm gonna do something now. And next thing you know, hey, Bubba, come out, look there.
Is the far left a significant global security? Wow, so Elon Musk and Tesla.
There it is. Everything it fucking ever was.
This is the headline then. Tesla misses on earnings as free cash flow turns negative. And
free asshole turns negative. Fucking fuck. We crawled up his ass. Epstein's count found dead. No foul play. He ain't even been fucking investigated. He ain't been fucking interviewed. They just said, fuck it. We can't fucking have him naming these fucking names and saying, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Goddamn cocksucker. But we got some good stuff. Like the fucking his friends at the Mossad, MI6. His former friends, MI6, who helped them with all that money, all the connections with the fucking treasury and stuff. Oh, and he was doing tax return. How you do a tax return? He wasn't doing some kind of Gene Keating fucking magic. Well, he figured out like some big. Somebody over there said, hey, there, you claim all these credits on these tax form, 1099 OID, and that with publication 1212, was it? It was 86, 82, 81, 82, 83, 82, 80. think, I can't even fucking remember right off the top of my head. Look. Which one had that big ass credit on there? Was it 1099 LYD? Wasn't that old? Maybe. It wasn't that one. Some big credits in there that were like. I'd like to see. I'd like to see his tax forms. I'd like to know what fucking Jeffrey was filed, who he filed for, who would he file for, and what he filed. I'd like to see that. I certainly would. And fucking, I got some burning questions about that shit there. She got abused, boy. He was in prison. He got prison sex because he special. And then he got what happened? Ain't nobody know. Going there, you just heard a story. You heard a story, what they want you to know, but the goal was misinform the public till they didn't know their ass from a hole in the ground. They would not be happy until they accomplished that mission. I'd say fucking mission accomplished. Jesus Christ. Not everybody's that bad, but boy, a lot of them, like, the fact that what popped up here kind of gives me an idea of what's out there. Oh man, oh shit, man. No, I got no fucking hope for this fucking sumbitch, and I don't want to see the rest of it play out. I'm fucking tired of watching it. Fucking tired of watching it. I think God was like doing something good, prove me wrong, and now he turn around and show me he was fucking every bit of the ass I fucking suspected he was. Everything. No, house is made up. You know what? I could go back, but hyperinflation, bitch. Yeah. You all see the sign. Yeah, people have been saying it for a long time. You gotta understand, dude, this ain't your game. You don't get to pick when the hyperinflation starts to roll and eat things up. But you gotta think, too. You gotta think. And you don't think. Then you don't think. But if you think, you know, you don't know. Until you think you know, you think you know, you don't know. Well, yeah. Think you know, you knock yourself again, all over again. Retreat. We win it. Retreat. We win it. Retreat. We win it. Retreat. We ain't got no missiles. We got no missiles. We done shot them all. We are winning. Oh, well, I just don't like the way you look. I don't think I like listening to you too much. The way you wear it, who you support there, who's on your shirt. Come on, get on with it. You just...
Bullshit. No, it's Trump shit alert. Who the fuck you talking to? Who the fuck you talking to? Hey, shut up. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Yeah? You're not my boss. Hey, Katso, you're a public servant. Can you handle that one? And the rest of you political scumbags? You're fucking public servants. You're not my leader.
He's a dictator. Dictator. He's a dictator. In fact, no, I might listen to him. But I'm about to wind the fuck down and
Birmingham, Alabama.
try to
Hooked
get
up
me
to
some fucking some rest. I don't know, man. Y'all gotta play some better shit here. Y'all gotta come up with some better shit than some of the videos y'all been showing me. I don't fucking put me to fucking sleep. I don't know. I just be a trophy. Alright, guys, stand that.
Hello, everybody.
What
This is
about-
Joe Salenti, and it's Tuesday, July
So many people
21st,
get on those.
2026. New Trends Journals coming out very soon. And here's the cover. Yep, hey, you remember Trump's New Year resolution? Peace on Earth. Yeah, by Trump's war deeds. Unhappy New Year, hell on Earth.
I don't know, man.
I gotta tell you, man.
I hate
Where the hell
watching
are the
stupid
people coming out
Ghost-
against this guy,
ghost
lying
hunter
and lying, like, hey,
bullshit.
you elect me, I'm not gonna start a war. I'm gonna stop a war. Alright? Alright? As we
Yeah.
say, man of peace, or a piece of shit. I mean, there are
motherfucker.
quotes here. I'm looking for some
AI,
stuff.
you know, but
And it's just beyond the belief
they know
of
this
how
fall
he
from
just
fence.
keeps. Oh, let's go back to the
Tragic
economy.
discovery.
This is February 10th.
A man
The
named
one's not
Aaron
on
suddenly.
February 28th. We have the greatest economy
I don't know,
actually
man.
ever in history.
We had to wait. We had,
No, it's Trump shit alert. Who the fuck you talking to? Who the fuck you
These
talking to? Hey,
fall
shut
out
up, I'm the boss.
a drug
I'm
bus.
the boss.
4 hours,
Yeah.
a different
You're my boss.
each one.
Hey,
Like
Katso,
minutes
you're a
after each
public
other.
servant. Can you handle
Minutes.
that one?
Within
And
minutes.
the rest of you political
Right.
scumbags?
The
You're fucking
network
public
is
servants.
silly.
You're not my leader. Get it?
Sure,
This is a war.
Shut up,
War.
Smitty. I'm a
War.
repulsive kid.
In a drug
I'm a Democrat.
big drug
I'm
bust that has nearly
I'm
2 dozen
a
people
lawyer.
facing
I got
charges
a
today.
mind as big
News
as
Force
a
back
pea.
out alive and weighing with the bust, and while many involved are already
The
back on the
biggest
streets,
piece
along
of
with the man
drugs
busted
you
who
push
was a
his
billion-dollar
balls.
illegal drug delivery service
That
operating out of a social
92%
club.
of people suck up the shit. You shut that
Yeah,
guy
illegal
up.
social clubs, right,
Get
guys?
alive. Again, one fucking piece of scum shit after another. Hey, I'm Obama, the Nobel Peace of Crap Prize winner. In the book Double Down, I'm really good at killing people. One after another. LB Jerkoff. Another little fucking scumbag may rot in hell. Along with Lindsay. Down in the Graham cracker.
Oh.
Warmongering
Ow.
little fucking bastards. Like, can't say the other word. Like Hillary Clinton, Samantha Power, Susan Rice, Condoleezza Rice, Minnie Mouse. All right?
Yeah, I know. You would think.
Roaring economy.
Well, I guess
It's
they're young,
roaring
so they
like
probably
never
wouldn't
before.
remember. But all these dumb motherfuckers, like, I guess they missed the memo about the fucking WMDs and fucking Saddam Hussein and shit. Because now they're fucking adamant, like, oh yeah, we gotta stop Iran, we gotta stop Iran, we gotta stop Iran. And they're gonna blow up the whole fucking world. Well, you keep fucking getting somebody goddamn fucking. No, but Jesus Christ. Make a monster out of somebody. They be a monster. And maybe we could be more loving and try to talk shit out. But Jesus, man, I don't know if it's possible. Some of these fucking egos Some new egos. Just, That'd be nice if we had a different world, different circumstances. Honest to God, I look at it now like, goddamn. And I watch some of these videos, like these people on, there's fucking a lot of people just appear to be motherfucking retarded, like straight up fucking retarded. And they might be smart on something, but they didn't show it, not in some of the shit they fucking post on here. I've seen them compilations where they put all the fucking retards together. I swear, oh man, that fucking depressed the fuck out of me. I said, you don't, I like, damn, no. You know what? Man, I growed up retarded. Very, very retarded. But I was told fucking all kinds of bullshit by people. I was thinking, man, Jesus gonna come down here. Jesus gonna. So, in the world. So, he'll be coming any day now. And they tell me I need to go to school and learn. Like, why I gotta learn this? I ain't even gonna get old enough to use nothing of it. Jesus coming. And that's what they always said. Yeah. Then, I got to read the Bible, and I'm like, what? No. I read that right. I'm like, let me read that again. Surely it don't say it. I'm like, what? No. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold the fuck up. You mean tell me I don't know what kind of God fucking could endorse slavery of mankind? I think that is the most disgusting and vile thing you could do to a human, to a man, living soul, period. But I see, and it's not their fault, because they were brought up, that's the whole fucking thing of it. They were brought up without any hope. They've probably even been sexually abused themselves. Sexually abused, and, wasn't getting no fucking education. They was given indoctrination, and never had a fucking chance. And so you see people like that, and it's like, fuck, I mean, you look at their lives today, and it's like, well, they never really had a fucking chance to begin with, and it's real bad. It's like shit, It's like you can't blame them. I mean, you can and you can't, and that's the thing. It's like you would think there'd come some kind of improvement along the way. Like, man, maybe if I try to see, that's what I thought. I said maybe I try to educate myself better understand this world. Maybe I'll figure something out and learn a lot. But as far as the money, there's a lot of things I just couldn't bring myself to do. It was like, honest to God, I was like, yeah, I'd probably make big bucks in Joe, but I'm I have to live with, like, is that even right? And all this, it ain't worth it, It's all temporary fucking short fucking span we have here. never had the taste of the finer things like that. So, you know, it was just a foreign concept to me that I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to take it and enjoy it. You know, I just drive myself miserable thinking, well, fuck, I really don't deserve it or something. Well, not that I don't deserve it, but I really don't like seeing other people struggle either. You know, I go out of my way, try to help people that would help themselves. You know, try to give somebody a chance. Like, I see you struggling here, fucking let me see if we can give you a hand up. Now, I'm not asking you stop doing no drugs, none of that shit, nothing. That's your fucking choice. Let's just see if you can make this life worth hanging on to, you know, give you something to fight for other than trying to forget and trying to cover up, black out bad memories, bad past by getting all fucked up. Right. But you know, it's because thing is, you ain't got somebody there that you could enjoy it with. Well, that's a hard thing too, because if you're in the position you got all that and people around you don't, then it could become easy to despise those people, feel like they just using you, and that could lead to a lot of bad feelings and bad actions. Like, motherfucker done look at me like I ain't fucking nothing, like a fucking cash register. Some bitch fucking straight up just lie to me like I'm a fucking idiot. Hey, you know, don't give nobody no respect. That would weigh on me. And I don't know how well I take that. Maybe I can let it go once, twice. But on the third time, and hell, you do that enough, you may not want to see that third time. And, you know, like, you can just get tired of being bit, period. Fuck this shit. So, without purpose for this, there's really a purpose. This is all just what? Feed the demon god. This is creating misery, pain, misery, and fucking suffering. Feed the demon god. I don't know whether I can't believe it really is, so otherwise, you think you still more joy around here? More happiness? No. You better get down there, don't you knock my shit over. Get down. You always gotta be climbing up something. You gonna knock that off and land on your stupid fucking head. Yeah. Well, listen, jail here.
That was 4 days before you launched the Iran war. Isn't everybody happy? Hey, gasoline prices! Oh, they're only over $4 a gallon now in the United States. Oh no, I forgot.
The Epstein
You
file.
said they were
No,
$2
but stop,
on
Mike.
36.
Stop,
That same
Mike.
day on February 24th. They weren't. They were $2.91. Yep. One lie after another. March 26th. The Iranian negotiators are very different and strange. Yo, yeah, you're not strange. Little fucking Marco Rubio. Hey, shit.
So what people gonna do when they ain't getting no fuel? The power company shutting their fucking power off. Hottest part of the fucking day. Motherfucker, you want power? You gotta run on that fucking treadmill. You gotta pay a tax too. I know you breathing that air. You have way too many breaths the other day. I'm gonna overcharge you for breathing all the air. How dare you breathe in my air? You breathe my air. You owe me for my air. You better pay up tax on my air you breathe. That ain't evil. You don't find that evil. That's what they say. You gon' breathe that fucking air. That's what they saying. They say you gon' pay me to breathe that fucking air. I don't fucking think so. But in fact, too bad you ain't got a pair of ball on you. Tell you to do. We'll do swords. We got the blades. You'll see. I fucked up, old fucking crippled son of a bitch. You ought to have a good fucking chance against me, though. Fucking so on. Let's just fucking settle this. Quit being a con. Let's just settle this like fucking men. Let's settle this like beasts. You wanna be a beast? Be a beast. Come on. Come on with it. Who I need to slap? Get that challenge. I got a leather glove. It's dirty old greasy motherfucker. Use that some bitch to work on my truck, but it's leather. Still pop like a motherfucker. The water. Please, somebody raw the red carpet. Show me if I smack with that fucking glove. And like y'all fucking think. I ain't getting now ain't time, now ain't the place. Here, for your tax, your time, your labor, ain't worth a fuck all. Why? Because transfer all the power to the corporation. Corporation, dead entity, never die. Oh, we can own land now. Oh yeah, own land, own assets, hold all the money. Tell you what you can do, what you can't do. You gotta do it or fuck you. You can't use our service. You're a service provider. They done got mixed up from a service provider. Now they think they're a master. Well, hell of it is, people done give it to them. Okay, master, you can do that. Look at what they're doing right now. They click that box. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And check that box. It's my signature deal. I agree. One party. Ain't no contract. Your signature. Your signature. How you know they didn't monetize that goddamn thing when they fucking clicked it? You put your social security number on it, your slave number. How you know they ain't monetized all of it? All of it. You claim they ain't put a monetary value on you? Well, they sure fucking thought it'd be, well, providing a bond, handle your insurance at birth. So, why? Why? You gonna tell me everything got monetary value, but human resource don't? Oh, I get it. I understand that. Yeah, your time ain't worth shit. Of course you ain't worth nothing. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Well, you agree that? Go right here. Yeah, your time, your body, your life ain't worth shit. Yeah, we agree. We're in agreement. Y'all some goddamn fools. This man sound like he pissed off. Listen to that man. Pissed off.
Oh, I forgot Huckleberry. Huckle Dingleberry. The fucking... Shove your Zionist Christian crap. I don't want to hear it. It's your fairy tale. The guy that's the,
Mr. Incontinence. Shit himself. Shit himself. This is Sasha Riley. I'd like to see medical records on that. If Sasha kicked that sumbitch, kick a fucking plunger with a tent spike, what it was. He said he put a condom on that tent spike, kick that motherfucker up in that big fat fucking tub of lard, and they had to let him out. He had wear a diaper ever since. They will fuck somebody inside up. Now, I'll be real quick, figure out if that was true or not. See, one day it happened, and that motherfucker go have a surgery that day, operation. He in the hospital that day. Cause he in the hospital. What they do? Someone might know that too. They sew his inside back up. They fix his fucking intestines. That's somebody's bleeding out. Medical record privacy my ass. You done sold everybody else some fucking shit. The fucking goddamn. No, fuck that. And you're trying to fucking. We're trying to get to the bottom of crime. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. You was like innocent until proven guilty. Motherfucker. You think you claim I got that fucking right? You claim I have that right? I'm innocent until proven guilty. All of us. Every one of us. Innocent until proven guilty. Well, how come you can't plead fucking innocent in no fucking courtroom? They like you out of there. Innocent until proven guilty. Who flip that motherfucking script? Play it all the way around. To the master, like guilty. Huh? You guilty till you prove you innocent. You can plead. How you plead? You plead guilty, not guilty. You go no contest. How it gonna work? 'Cause either way, state win, don't it? Well, we just do what you do. We win. We win. We win? Yeah. Enough of us get together, we win. None of us say we had enough of this shit. Fuck me. I ain't paying for you fucking hell. Fuck you. And you ain't taking all the goddamn water either. No. Hell no. Why? So you sell my information? What the fuck I get out of it? You sell all that information and give me nothing? Like, I ain't got no rights on the fucking interest, no fucking security, no fucking dividend, nothing in that fucking contract. Nothing. You done transfer it all to the fucking corporation. You transfer all my fucking rights, interest, fucking dividend, security to the fucking corporation. There ain't no fucking account on there, is it? Count my name on it? Any money in that account? We'll see the book. We'll see the book from fucking inception of the fucking account. Anything fucking owed me, been transferred, given to you, gifted to you, huh? You say? I get fucked all my life. You tell me I'm fucking richer motherfucker. Rich, bitch, we all rich. But we didn't get fucked, because if it had goddamn money, elastic fucking money supply, just ring. All they want, but all that money, great, unlimited money, but it ain't enough to go around. Like, y'all motherfuckers down there, now, it's a trickle down economy. You only have fun. It's a break home. Now, look at all that money you got. Like 5 6 break home bill. Quit bitching. That's what they say. That's how the real economy works.
States ambassador to Israel and said we wouldn't exist without Israel. Yeah.
And
again,
Israel wouldn't exist without the Balfour Declaration and letters with Rothschild and fuckface Balfour fella, fuckface Balfour. Yeah, what them letters say? All them letters, all them private paper that Kyle Quigley was able to examine for 20 years to write this fucking book. With them crimes recorded right there, have permissions. Like, they could have, but never would. Or they never let a advantage like that go to waste either. Oh man, y'all spin a fucking fairy tale.
Strange.
Yep. You ready?
They're begging us to make a deal, which they should be doing since they have been military obliterated. Total fucking.
Yeah, they begged to make a deal with the fucking backside of the devil. Yeah, I'm begging the goddamn devil. Come devil, meet you at the cross, I want to make a deal. Everybody looking for make a devil deal. Can't wait to meet the devil again. He done fucked me over fucking sideways. Much time I met the devil, he had his dick in my fucking ear. Oh, Lord, fucking call him up when we meet again, huh? Fucking murder your fucking families, children, try and fucking pay your fucking last expensive funeral. You're a fucking, this is some bitch I can negotiate with, huh? Yeah. We got down, she was on the other foot. Motherfucking people would fucking lose it. Imagine that fucking cocksucker Donald Trump trying to go to a goddamn funeral and get his ass blown up by Iran. His boy there too, both his dumbass son, his dumbass whore daughter out there. I done discovered we fucking Columbus here done discovered this fucking endangered and protected island, inhabitants on it and stuff. We are turn this into our next child molester island. We are taking over JEE vacation. We are making Trump vacation, huh? What is that, the email? Trump vacation. I might have to try that, see if they go through. See if I get an answer, response on him. So, Trump vacation. Well, yeah, try a couple deals tonight now. Trump vacation. Yeah. What's it? We got a Bill vacation, or a Hillary vacation. Oh well. Yeah. I was reading some of them files about Epstein and Rothschild. They talk about history book over there, Harvard. See, they talk about, they teach about old Hitler being all destitute, poor, and how, he was funded by the Epstein, the dickwickers, gut fuckers, and the Rothschilds. I always forget Gutman, gut fucker. And that have to be more accurate, true there. Epstein was like real fascinated with everything. Oh man, all the way to hill, but we need to get back to the old Rothschild ways. Ain't none of that. Ain't no business there. It's stupid. Didn't know. Ariane, dumb. Jacob and all of them. They just dumb as fuck. They didn't know what a JEE vacation was. They are fun, that motherfucker. We ain't going no JEE vacation. There ain't no underage little woman. A child. And if you practicing that satanic shit, Look, you certainly gonna fucking advertise it to everybody, I know. But there's plenty of people talk about some crazy shit they done witnessed from these fucking people. No, I ain't never gonna get through with you, man. Go ahead and get your spill on, because I got
Some shit.
I'm gonna lay the fuck down.
Date is March 26th. What is this now? July 21st. Hey. This war is gonna end in 4 or 5 weeks. Alright.
Yeah, alright.
Hey,
Well,
that's
fuck it. I get it. I can't do this shit. Fucking 18 fucking minutes, man. I get you. I do. But I'm a just, I don't know if I said all that or not. Jesus, there's a lot of them motherfuckers there. Alright. Y'all take care. Fuck. I'm out.